Welcome guys to this week's episode review of Dragon Ball Super. To this episode 127. It was actually a pretty good episode. This episode 17 it proves that 17 is the MVP of the tournament. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not a 17 fanboy and never was until this tournament. But 17 made the episode, and with all the setup they did to this episode, with 17 given a lot of screen time, it would not have worked so well if 17 was not given a lot of screen time. The angles they used in the fights, the animation was okay, the storyboard, it all works together seamlessly. I only have a few things that bother me, and it's not even about the episode itself, but about Jiren's character. There's something about Jiren that just doesn't match up. When I viewed this episode, I was confused to say the least. Okay, so 17, Goku and Vegeta, they all begin tag teaming Jiren. Jiren obviously overpowers them. And the key thing to note in this episode is that 17 is acting as a protector of sorts. There was a scene where Vegeta was about to get pummeled by Jiren into the mountain like a rock, and 17 pushed him over. Vegeta didn't ask for this, he didn't want this, of course. He would have preferred to just take the hit, but 17, you can see 17 sees that in the future, Goku and Vegeta will be key to actually winning against Jiren. He was already thinking about sacrificing himself in the end, because that's what happened. He is trying to have Goku and Vegeta save as much energy as they possibly can so they can go all out against Jiren in the coming future, or in the next 3 minutes of the Tournament of Power, because at the end of the episode, that's all the time we have left. 3 minutes. 17 had actually caught Jiren off guard at one point from behind, and it actually showed that Jiren can be wounded, and this was the first time he was wounded since the Tournament of Power began. So it was not impossible. So they tried to take the opportunity to coordinate their attacks once more and find an opening, but Jiren wasn't going to let that mistake happen again, and they never got that opening again, really. So Jiren, with his powered up form, with the flames and all that crap around him, he's wrecking all of them and everything. At one point, Frieza interrupts the programming a bit and catches Jiren off guard with magnificently furious rage, and he says a line that I remembered so fondly from back in the old days of DBZ Goku vs Frieza. "You deserve to be killed by me!" Way to go, Emperor Frieza. But alas, he gets his ass kicked again, and then he's forgotten. 17 trying his best, not giving up. This prompts some conversation between Android 17 and Jiren, which also triggers a backstory. Belma decided to tell, the spectators about Jiren, the man who, has surpassed the gods. So we see little baby Jiren running home and finding his parents dead by the hands of some mysterious stranger. Jiren is taken on by a certain master and trained with this master, and followers gathered around them, and they tried to actually confront this mysterious stranger who killed Jiren's parents again. But alas, they were too weak, and this mysterious stranger actually, murdered a bunch of Jiren's friends along with his master. And Jiren was one of the only ones who didn't give up. He was the only one who didn't give up. But the others, felt as if it was useless, and they wouldn't follow him to confront the mysterious stranger again, the murderer. From here on, Jiren felt betrayed. That was when he realized that strength was all that he needed, and trust is worthless, because he trusted the friends who went with him, his companions who went with him to fight the mysterious stranger, but they kind of betrayed his trust. So what I got from the episode was that he no longer trusted people. In other words, he doesn't actually trust the Pride Troopers, which is why he reacted to Toppo in that way in the last episode. But so he doesn't have some human emotions, or he's not a human, but yeah, he doesn't have some of those essential emotions for teamwork, companionship, and all that stuff. That's what I got from the episode mainly. And he believes in power. Power is absolute. Power is justice. Power can even change the past, or forgive the past, or something like that. Okay, going on to what I did not like about the backstory. Going into it, I felt as if it was just a really cliche anime backstory. I can't help but think that. A child running home, smiling, all happy, meets his parents dead. that resolves him to, become stronger, and coincidentally becomes stronger than gods by, becoming stronger and stuff, and only relying on power. Okay, but that's not what bothers me the most. What bothers me the most is, in a previous episode, Jiren had been seeking something beyond power. He asked Goku, why do you seek power? And Goku didn't have an answer, but Jiren said he's seeking something beyond power. So what could that even be? This episode made it seem more like Jiren believes in power, and that's all he believes in. But at the same time, Jiren wants the Dragon Balls to regain the past or something like that. They never outright say it, but it's something along those lines. So Jiren, his character in general, is conflicting with himself. At first he's cool, calm, collected. It seems as if he would wish for something like wisdom, or he'd wish for world peace, something that power alone cannot achieve. But his personality seems to not be stable. It would really be good if Jiren actually had multiple personalities, kind of like Shisui from Yu Yu Hakusho. That would actually be a pretty good reveal, a pretty big reveal, since he has a traumatizing past and everything. And that would kind of justify it for me. Like, he doesn't believe in humanity, so it's like he created different personalities to cope. And that combined with his power would actually give him or make him a pretty good character, even though that would just be a copy of Shisui. I don't know, it's just one of my headcanons. But overall in this episode, it gave us a big hint towards Jiren's wish, but we never got anything conclusive. So yeah, we'll just have to deal with that until the next few episodes or so. 17 taunts him about his wish, saying stuff like, oh, that's surprisingly human. I never would have thought like a monster like you, would have such a, human-like emotions, such human-like backstories, It's also an analogy to the androids. The androids were thought to not be human. They were just robots. Well, technically they're cyborgs because they were human once, but that's the thing. So during DBZ, we actually discovered that they did have feelings. And so it's the same with Jiren. We're discovering that he does have those emotions. But this episode doesn't make things clear. It actually confuses us on where Jiren actually stands. One of the things I took the most note of is when he got really pissed when Android 17 caught him off guard with that key bomb that he set off immediately when, he caught Jiren off guard. At the end of it all, 17 fulfilled his purpose in the Tournament of Power. He protected Goku and Vegeta, even though it meant killing himself. At the time, I didn't realize 17 actually self-destructed myself. But after the fact that everybody realized that that's what he did to protect Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza from being eliminated, it was actually a bit sad. It was really sad. I was shocked. I was honestly shocked that he actually sacrificed himself. But, we can't say he won't come back because this is Dragon Ball. People have come back before. And if they're going to revive Universe 6 and stuff at the end of this Tournament of Power, which I hope they don't revive everyone, 17 will probably definitely come back too. So, yeah, we don't have to cry for 17 too much, but this was a definitely an emotional episode. Android 18 had to witness that. And, that's his sister, so she cares a lot. From here on out, we can expect Vegeta to put in some work. Next episode looks great. He looks like he's going to be fighting in base for most of the time. He's going to be struggling. Jiren is going to be punching. Goku is going to be watching him fight, watching him get pummeled. What kind of emotions well up in Goku as he watches Vegeta fighting to the end? And from the spoilers, if you don't know anything about the next episode, it seems that Vegeta falls. So Vegeta might be eliminated, or he might just fall on the stage. I don't particularly know, but it seems like he does get knocked off the stage, and Goku will be the only one left. And that is when Goku will master the Ultra Instinct in episode 129. So those emotions of Vegeta getting knocked off, watching Vegeta fight Jiren, something will trigger in Goku. Something will be triggered. And that is what will bring forth Goku's strongest power ever. How will Jiren handle that? How will Jiren be defeated, if you will be? Find out in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Super. If you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment and your thoughts about the episode, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Stay gold.